But now I'll rise above you.
Was the lie UEV Trinity mains. How the hell are ya? Today I will pass almighty Cephalon judgment on the Seppuku. AKA, the Sepulcrum. This savage sidearm will put its bigger brother, the Trumna, into the ground, which is clever wordplay since Trumna means coffin and Polish and Sepulcrum means tomb. Anyway, just like its inferior primary version, you will have to rank up to acquaintance with the Entrati family on Deimos. That freaky dad will then provide the blueprint. In addition, you will also have to be ranked 2 on Cetus and starting rank at Fortuna to acquire the shit needed to build this thing. That is not including granny tokens needed to get that fucking Seri glass shard. The question is all of this getting on your knees and servicing fake playtime even worth it? Let me tell you, 100% yes. This Seppuku pistol is savage as fuck and will honor its name respectively cause it will put everything in the dirt. The stats of this monster are pretty much the same as with anything that is good in game. High crits, decent status. Copy paste. Who cares? The interesting thing here is the alternate fire and the weird little mechanic I happened to find during extensive testing. The alt fire can be triggered by killing 5 enemies. You can then use the alt fire button to toggle between modes. While in alt mode, your gun basically becomes an Ashblade Storm cosplay. You can mark up to 5 fools by simple aiming at them briefly when marked. And you choose to fire, the pistol launches several homing mini missiles to go find their targets and fuck them up pretty good. The likes of which would have Kim Jong-un actually smile for once. Now the little word mechanic that I discovered is this. The Sepulcrum deals mainly fire and puncture damage, which means that if I slap on, let's say a toxin mod, then I should get only gas as a result. However, that is not the case here. Instead, you get 2 separate values in the weapon info box. One says toxin, the other says gas. The reason behind this is that the projectile you fire and its resulting explosion are 2 separate entities. The projectile itself has no elemental status, which is why it will adopt whatever you slap onto the weapon. The explosion, however, has a heat elemental, which will combine with whatever you slap onto it separately from what the projectile does. In practice, all you need to know is that this means death to your enemy, and if you suck at aiming, which you probably do, then your splash damage will not carry over the extra damage otherwise inflicted by your projectile. Have a quick demonstration of what you can do with this thing. Say it is undeniably a very good weapon. You can also modify it to be decent against any faction with very little effort. Here is my anti-Grenier and corrupted build. As you can see, I decided to go with corrosion here because it simply outperforms viral in this case. I also lean heavily in favor of crits and some fire rate. Headshots with this gun are very easy, so you will practically benefit from hydraulic crosshairs all the time. Endonymic agility, to me, provides the Goldilocks zone of fire rate. Higher fire rate means more DPS and more forgivable for stormtrooper aim. In my opinion, this build is the perfect balance between fun and total devastation. On the other side, we have my anti-corpus build. Here, I did not find the fire rate or stronger crit output necessary. Instead, I went with favoring toxin damage, which, as you may recall, bypasses corpus shields, and they really do not appreciate that at all. Thanks to the weird mechanics at play here, you also get a bonus gas proc with this build, which only further increases splash damage overall. Expel corpus is only there to compensate for gas shortcomings, and it sure does shred the living fuck out of corpus. Infested Dar as usual pushovers one way or the other. You might as well throw popcorn at them and they will die, so the build against them practically doesn't matter. However, the Grenier build will work just fine if you require the tip. Alright, it is time for my almighty Cephalon verdict. I, Cephalon Jizo, deem this Warframe item now. Like and subscribe to this shitty channel, and maybe buy a shirt or something to stop looking like a goddamn hoodlum. Now fuck off.